Hello, my name is Marco Reynoso. I'm a finance major, legal studies minor at the University of Delaware. Today, I'll be interviewing someone who is an obscure but phenomenal figure in African American history, specifically current African American history. I've no doubt my friend Oluwatemi Lore Hakeem Kabiyawu will make history as he is doing so already. In my piece, I'll be playing an interviewer and educating you on my historic friend. Enjoy. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the interview with Oluwatemi Lore Hakeem Kabiyawu. How you doing today, sir?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Let's get into the first question. So let's start from the beginning. Please describe your childhood and a little bit about your background.
Okay, so well, I was born in the UK. My parents are Nigerian, so they immigrated to the UK first, and we lived there for a little bit until I was 4. Then I moved to Atlanta, Georgia for a year, and then upstate New York for 5 years, and then to Fairland, New Jersey. So my mom, she was doing her MBA and she was getting her PhD too. And my dad was actually working in Nigeria for the most part, but he would come like 3 or 4 times a year, and that's just how it's kind of been going. So that's like ever since I was 5, I guess. It's been like me, my brother, and my mom, and then my dad comes every like 3 or 4 months, and that's just how it's been for a while.
Okay, so you're obviously a very smart kid. What are some of your accomplishments inside of high school and outside of your high school?
Inside of my high school, my accomplishments I think would be getting a 4.58 GPA at the end of my junior year. Also, my sophomore year and junior year, I took altogether 5 AP exams and I got all fives in all of those AP exams. I'm the president of the National Honor Society, president of the Future Business Leaders of America Club. Um, what else? I
How
think
about
that might be it
outside
for inside of school.
and outside of high school?
Outside of high school, for track and field, I was the Bergen County freshman champion for um, field events. So that was for discus, javelin, and shot put. And I've always been kind of ranked um, around top 15 in the class for discus. And then my shot and jab, though, it's improving. It's improving. And I also was a camp counselor, like volunteer. I do that every year. I volunteered at the library as a tech help volunteer for a little bit. Um, what else? What else? Oh, I did this one program during the summer. It's a computer science program called All Star Code. So it's helping minorities get into STEM and technology, and we were doing it for 6 weeks in the summer. And I also started this volunteer SAT tutoring program.
Nice. So what would you like to do for a living?
So growing up, since my dad always lived in Nigeria, um, I didn't really always get to see him, and I would kind of forget what he looked like as a kid because you only had phone calls, you only had the BlackBerry phones, those old horrible phones. We always had those. So I think as the years progressed, technology evolved a lot, and like soon, I was able to like see his face on FaceTime calls or WhatsApp calls, and we would video chat, and we would go and have family group chat. So I hope that I can, maybe start a business or be it, be in an executive position of a tech company that kind of works on bringing humans closer together and using technology to, facilitate human connections and human interactions.
So me and you are both from Fairlawn, New Jersey, and we know how it is out here. So what are some of the struggles that you experienced in Fairlawn High School?
I think just growing up in Fairlawn, there's not a lot of Black students. And so I feel like when you come, people try to put you into a box of like what they kind of expect you to be. Also, since we live super close to Patterson, a town that Fairlawn, I don't know, looks down upon, a lot of people expect you to act, maybe a little bit ghetto or a little bit hood. And so when you don't necessarily act like that, they don't always respect, your identity, your Blackness. and they kind of, take shots at it, or they make fun of it, or they say you're an Oreo and they poke fun of it. So I think just growing up in Fairland, I kind of had to realize that, it doesn't really matter what other people think of me, and that I shouldn't let them, kind of have a hold on my identity and kind of tell me um, how I should feel. I should just, be myself, break out of that box that, they try to put me in, and just be me at the end of the day.
Exactly. So word on the street is that you got into a lot of Ivy League schools. Can you tell us a little bit about the college process and how you accomplished getting into multiple Ivy League schools?
Yeah, so I definitely during junior year, I definitely, put on my try hard pants. I kind of recognized that, if I wanted, I want to succeed in anything that I do, like get to the highest level possible, in anything. So I definitely acknowledged that during my junior year. And so, junior year, I definitely was trying to get A's. I was applying to summer programs, making sure, I could, volunteer and give back to the community a little bit. Especially during COVID, that definitely gave me a lot of free time to kind of do different things. And then as the college application season was approaching, I, thought to myself, all right, if I'm gonna try and get to the top, if I'm gonna try and do this, like I have to put all my effort into this. So I spent a lot of time on my essays, my Common Up essays, my supplements, took like way too much of my time. I am happy that we were in a pandemic because I had a lot of time. But yeah, I really like the process of essay writing because it allowed me to be a little bit more introspective and kind of understand why I do the things I do, and kind of you know give that message to colleges and kind of show them who I am. And that worked out for me in the end, because I was accepted into Harvard, Columbia, Yale, Princeton, Cornell, and MIT. Those were kind of like the big ones.
So getting into the amount of colleges that you did you receive any criticism for getting into those schools?
Definitely not outright, but I mean, I've heard a lot of things from other people. Even some people might, they kind of just say, oh, you got in because you were black, or affirmative action helped you a lot. So at first I might have, I was thinking that, I was like, do I necessarily deserve this? Like, was this just, I don't know, was this a mistake? But then I had to realize that, I did work for this. I acknowledged, I spent a lot of time trying to get the good grades, putting in the work. And so even though it was hard at first, I kind of learned to just, ignore it, and, just keep my eyes set on the future and all the goals that I have, and all the things that I want to accomplish. All right, bet. One second, because my mom's yelling. Yo, mom, I'm doing an interview for my friend in college. All right.